Welcome back to the Sweet Studio, everyone. My name is Joshua Grove, and today we are here to learn the Infinite Swirl. This trick is one of my favorite tricks. We've gotten a lot of requests for this trick, so I'm gonna do my best to explain how I do this trick. So let's get started. Now, to start off first, we're gonna be starting almost like we're gonna do a hand roll, so I want you to have the tama in your dominant hand, and then we're just gonna have the ken in the non-dominant hand. So this is gonna set us up for the prep motion. Now, the prep motion is simply just releasing the ken, and then letting it come right back. So that's gonna get us a little bit of momentum to enter the Infinite Swirl. What I want you to do is we're just gonna have the string wrap right over the top of our hand, like we're gonna do a hand roll. Once the string comes over my hand, I'm going to initiate my fingers coming back into my fist, almost creating a fist, and my pointer finger is going to extend outward. Now, what this looks like in slow motion looks something like this. So you can see my hand retracts back, and then that string starts to wrap and swirl around my finger. Now try this one out a good 10, 15 tries before we start moving into this next step. We're gonna go down, just let the finger come out, and just let it do what it's gonna do. Now, once you've got that down, we can start moving into the actual motion of the finger. Now note, the trick is called the Infinite Swirl because theoretically, you can do this trick forever. And the idea is the string is not wrapped around my finger, it is just using momentum and my string, and my finger, excuse me, in a circular motion to keep that momentum going. So we're gonna do that prep. We're coming over the hand and then releasing into the finger. Now, once we're here, I want you to just take a second to look at the motion that my finger is creating. We are slowly going in circles. Now, what am I doing when I'm doing that? When I'm releasing the tama, I wanna follow, I'm gonna track the ball as it's coming around, just leading the ball with my finger. Now, one of the biggest focus points for this trick is to keep that, that connection with the string. It's not super loose, but it's not super tight. You are just feeling the tension of the string as it's coming around and just flowing with that motion. When I first learned this trick, I set a goal for myself to get it to go around my finger at least 10 times before I finished the trick. So since this trick is so fast, we have to take a look at this in super slow motion. So let's take a look. You can notice as my finger is engaging with the string, I'm almost tracking the ball and guiding upwards as the tama is at the bottom of the circle and it begins to come up. My finger is almost pushing that ball by pushing the string up and over and then continuing that motion to catch the string and keep the swirl going. Now, the Infinite Swirl is almost all based around the feel of the motion, and it's gonna take a lot of repetition and a lot of practice to get comfortable and to even start achieving 3 rotations around your fingers. So we've talked about the first step of getting into Infinite Swirl. We've explored a little bit about the motion of our fingers, and now I wanna explore how to get out of Infinite Swirl. So it is infinite and you can do it forever, but how do you put it into a combination? You gotta get out of it to get onto something else. The idea is focusing on the ken as it's going around in circle, you are actually gonna extend your fingers back into the space of the string, almost like double dutch, like you have to jump into the open space to jump into the rope. We're gonna open up our fingers right when the ken comes over the top of my hand. So if we look at this now in slow motion, you can see as the ken comes over the top of my hand, I'm actually gonna extend my fingers, catching in Sarah grip, and I'm just gonna let that momentum of the tama just continue around. While in Sarah grip, the tama's gonna come back up, and I can end that Infinite Swirl in a good old Sarah grip base cup. Just finish it with a down spike. So that is the Infinite Swirl. I hope some of these tips and techniques help you on your journey for learning Infinite Swirl. Be sure that you practice this trick in a very safe space. I encourage you not to practice next to any breakable items, especially your parents' televisions. So practice in a safe space, don't give up, and just use each attempt as that opportunity to learn and to grow. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time in the Sweet Studio.